Hi gang, I'm kind of making an impromptu video here. I'm going to do a restoration of a frame, or actually a whole bike. Actually, this is a video I made, kind of a sequel called Thrift Store Bike Luck, where I found a '87 Schwinn Paramount for a ridiculously cheap price. And initially I was going to just kind of like put it up on eBay and get a nice profit, but then I thought I kind of missed. I was so busy with other things. I was actually going to try selling a couple other completed bikes, but I thought that I decided that I want to hold on to this bike. I want to do a complete rebuild, restoration, and probably hold on to this bike for a while, because the supply of decent bikes seems to have been drying up at the thrift stores, and the ones that I do come across, they're really jacking up their prices now, where it's not even worth buying them. They seem to have no concept of what a bike is worth in the condition it's in to a potential buyer who wants to either buy it to fix up for themselves or to sell. So the first step I'm gonna do today, and I've actually already started this. I had this bike on my work stand, and like I said, this is the one. It's a '87 Schwinn Paramount. I had it on my work stand here, and first thing I did is I took off the grimy chain and discarded it. I also took off, it had a nice vintage cat eye computer here, probably from like the late 1980s. It's a Vectra, and it's all there. The only thing I'll really have to buy will be another little wheel, one of those little weights, magnets that you put on the wheel for the sensor to read here. But like I said, the first thing I did is I took the chain off, and what I'm about to do now, I'm going to take this outside, and I'm going to have my little arsenal of cleaners and brushes and things. I'm trying to get as much of that grime off of there as I possibly can. This is my bottle of citrus degreaser. I actually had I have a big jug, and I filled this little spray bottle with it. And a good place to buy that citrus degreaser is at any hardware store. I got two brushes here, but I may have to get some other, like this one I think I'll get. This is a good one for really getting some embedded grime and crap off of there, so I'm going to get that one. What else? I'm going to take some dish detergent, and I'm going to fill this bucket with water that is hot as I can possibly get it. And I'm initially going to go over everything on that bike to get as much of that crap off of there as I possibly can, because what I want to do, oh, another thing I already done, I took the pedals off, and I'm going to leave the seat on for the time being, because I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to put it, I'm probably going to maybe put something under here so that this doesn't get scratched up or nothing. But I'm going to put it outside like this, and I'm going to try to scrub as much of this crap off of here as I can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it in my car to some bike shops, or maybe at least a couple, and I'm going to shop for some new wheels for this thing. I'm not going to spend, I've been looking at Craigslist for wheels, and I haven't found anything decent in my area. I don't want to go too far out of my way. I don't want to buy any really high-end racing type wheels for this bike either. I just want some decent replacement 707 centimeter road bike type wheels. And there's one place that I kind of prefer to look, because I bought wheels from them before. So with that, like I said, I'm going to take this outside, and we'll see how much of this crap I can get off of this bike. I just want to show you real close up, since my camera can focus really close here, the amount of neglect that a great bike like this has suffered. Especially these are always the hardest things to clean, are the rear derailleurs. I mean, look at that caked on crap, and you almost have to take like a screwdriver and you know, kind of scrape off all that crap just to begin. And another thing I will say though is, if you do what I'm doing here, where you're going over the whole bike, you don't want to get your excess water inside the frame. What I had done too, I went through my supply of hardware and I found some, because these were not on here. I just had the whole. In fact, I don't think a water bottle cage was ever added. Cages were ever added to this bike. I found these miscellaneous. I think those are like 8mm thread screws, and I put these on here just to cover the holes, so that water is not going to get inside this frame if I can help it. But once I do this initial cleaning, or cleaning as much as I can get off, then I want to start my disassembly process pretty soon, within maybe a couple of days, because I don't want any water to start any corrosion in the bearings or whatever. So I thought I'd throw that in there for you. Hopefully you'll see an after scene here where this bike will look considerably cleaner, or this frame will look considerably cleaner than it does right now. Okay, this is after my outdoor cleaning. I got as much as I think I could possibly get off of here. You can see it's quite an improvement. I pretty much had to take my fingers and scrape as much of that crud out between the pulley wheels here. Use my different brushes. Although the hard thing about getting this off, sometimes it's kind of hard to get in between these wheels here, but it's clean enough to handle. Clean enough to put in my car, whether I want to put it in the back seat or in the trunk. About the only thing else I'm going to remove before I do transport the frame is I'll take the seat off. I mean, the seat came in handy, obviously, for doing what I just did here. But it's a really crappy, cheap seat, and it was already damaged anyway. So, but you can see how much cleaner it is. When I'm going to take it in, try to dry it off, put it back on my work stand, and do maybe a little more fine cleaning before I consider putting it in the car then. Okay, I got it back in on the work stand here, and you know, I changed my mind about taking off the seat before I put this in the car. I think it would be a little more, it's already down on the frame, so it's not going to take up much more space. But I want to show you what a diamond in the rough this bike was. I mean, the frame, the finish is really, there's hardly any scratches. Said the crank isn't perfect, but it's clean enough to start disassembling, because I don't want grit and things to get into threads and you know, screw stuff up. But you know, just look how clean that is. And like I said, I got enough of this crap off of the pulleys there. It's clean enough now. I mean, it's not perfect. When I remove this, I remove all the components and clean them and polish them up. But man, I don't know what I was thinking when I considered just reselling this. Bikes like this do not come around very often at a thrift store. And like I said, if you want to know how much I paid for this, Little teaser, go to my channel and look at the video called Thrift Store Bike Luck. You know, I had the price tag on it at the time, but just a little closing note, if you do this, the real challenge is trying to, especially for me, because I'm actually doing this inside my apartment. I don't have like a basement workshop like I used to. But the challenge is keeping it clean, keeping everything clean, especially when you're making a video like I am, because I have to wash my hands thoroughly because I don't want my nice HD camcorder here to get dirty either. I had a little stain here that I have to clean up now, because that's when I took the chain off, that grimy chain, before I took it outside for cleaning. But a great cleaner, you always want something like this. This is Boraxo. Have a nice abrasive cleaner. It's easy on your hands too. But you can see here's my chain link remover here, and I use my gloves, those rubber gloves, for doing that. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, I'm gonna do this as a series, and so if you like this kind of video, I enjoy making it because I want people to find some really great bikes and actually fix them up and use them, because there's some, if you look hard enough, even on Craigslist, sometimes you can find some great deals still. So with that, hope you have a nice day or whenever you're watching this, and hope to see you again here real soon. Bye for now.